On the west side, still at my mama's house.
Saying like I literally just finished filming it, like the video, and I just watched like 2 seconds of it and I look really sweaty through it, and all you can hear is the wind. And what else was I gonna say? So ignore that. And also, if I sound really like nasally, it's because I have a cold. But yeah, it was pretty good lighting, so just ignore that. Oh my god, look at that mascara. How long was that there for? Enjoy. Just remember the other thing I had to say. Hi. I need to wash my hair so it looks really greasy, so just ignore that. Hi, it's me again, and yeah. Why do I always start with and? It's quite... I can't I talk. Come here. Mela! Cat, come. Come here. If you hear wind or like things dropping, it's because there's a tree right here. So, hello. This is my cat, one of them. This is the girl, then there's a boy. Okay, you can go now. This is really nice lighting, but it's still really bright and I can't see. I was really struggling to come up with an idea to film today, this week. And because my last video was about Brit, I didn't really want to do like one again, but people have asked questions, and someone specifically asked this in the comments, and I thought, because it's like around the application time, I thought I'd do like a little video on it. So oh my gosh, it's too hot. If you haven't gathered already from my last video, I go to the Brit school in Croydon. I don't know why I said that, but why not? It's so great, like it's amazing. I honestly love it so much, like it's just so good. I haven't planned what I'm gonna say, so if I ramble then I do. I don't know when it was. It might have been before Christmas or just after Christmas. This is how it happened to me anyway. We actually got a letter from like the council posted to my house saying that like your daughter is now eligible for these specialist schools, because when you're 14 that's when like loads of specialist schools start. There were other ones like Elstree and Brit and stuff, so we thought, why not apply? So we applied for Brit, just Brit, because why not? It was a really long application process, and there was tons of questions, especially like obviously you needed to select your strand there. My one was musical theatre, and you had to obviously say why you wanted to do that and everything. It was just all application like questions. And also, if you're going for post 16, then it's like, so if you're going for sixth form, then it's pretty much the same from what I've heard, because obviously I've gone for Key Stage 4 and I'm going to carry on to sixth form. So then we applied, and there is a cut-off date with applications, I mean obviously, and it was, I can't remember how long it was. There was a cut-off date, so you do need to get it in quick. They get hundreds of thousands of applications, and they go through each and every one, they read each and every one. This is why it takes like months, it takes weeks and months to hear back. So if you haven't heard back for ages, then it's not that like they've ignored you or anything, it just takes them ages, because they do go through everyone's. It was some time after, and I heard back that I got an audition, and my audition was like middle-ish of March this year. It was when it was snowing, if you live in Britain, when it was randomly snowing at the beginning of the year. Because I remember, because it was snowing, and the day before I went onto my trampoline that was packed with snow, and I was doing like, I kept doing like flips and stuff. My mum was like, you're gonna break your leg the day before your audition, but I didn't, it was all fine. for my audition for musical theatre, I'm not too sure about other strands. I've heard that for things like FMP, which is film media production, you had to just do an interview and then do a workshop, and then you had to do that with a lot of the technical courses like interactive digital design and the art and design course. And then for things like music, I heard that you have to perform something that shows off your talents, and then you'll do like written exams and oral exams. Not exams, but like not exams, because they're not exams, but like auditions. And for the dance course, you just did tons of dancing, but I didn't do that, so I don't know exactly, but I just know parts. But for musical theatre, what you had to do was you had to select your own monologue, and I think the longest it could be was 1 minute or something like that. Any monologue you wanted. When I did it, there was a couple people in my audition that wrote it themselves, and they were really good. One of them got in. He's really nice. He's my friend. He's called Louis. Hi, Louis. Then we also had to dance, but like they didn't tell you anything about that. Like we just went in and danced, and it was like it was to one of the Greatest Showman songs, and it was really fun. But they also made you do a bit of ballet at the beginning, not crazy technical stuff. They just needed to see, like, I guess how you were like built and everything to dance. So they did that for a bit. They weren't expecting anything crazy, and then taught you a little dance to The Greatest Showman. I can't even remember what song it was. I just remember doing this. It was great. You had to sing. So I knew that like you can't pick yourself a song, you get a selection of songs. I thought there'd be a big selection, but we were given 2 songs to choose from, and one of them was The Sparkle of Creation, I think that's what it's called, for the girls, and the other one was Far From the Home I Love from the Fiddler on the Roof. I sung that one and it didn't go well, but you know, it's okay. It goes, how can I hope to make you understand why I do what I do? Why I must travel to a distant land, far from the home I love. And I don't know how the other one went because I didn't sing it. For the boys, their options were If I Only Had a Brain from The Wizard of Oz and Edelweiss. So you had to choose one of them to sing. So what happened was, it was the day, went to my audition, terrified. There was like 6th formers there helping, and they could actually pronounce my name. It was great. And you also had to do an interview. So I went in to do my interview. Not everyone had the same teachers, but I had like, there's kind of like 2 heads of musical theatre. There's like a man and a woman. The man's like the proper head, then the woman's like the other one. I had the woman, and then like attendance teacher and this like singing lady. I've heard for other strands your interviews by yourself, but mine was with my parents, and I cried in mine, not because I was like overwhelmed or anything, just because we got asked a question about like, I can't remember what the question was, but because my dad's an actor and he did Titanic when it was a show. I remember watching it and I was like, I loved it so much. That was when I properly realised this is what I want to do. Like on stage, I want to do this and perform to make an audience feel this way. And it always just gets like, I'm such an emotional person, it just got me so emotional, and I just started like crying. I wasn't like bawling, but you know. And then, I can't really remember the questions that they asked, but they were so lovely. I remember one of the questions was, if I could give you tickets right now to see any show, what show would it be? By this point, I was trying to calm myself down, and I was like, I don't really know. You can't not answer a question, you have to answer a question. There's a spider! I was thinking, and I was like, okay, I can't just be like, I don't know, I'm not going to give you an answer. So I was like, I think a ballet. I think I would go to see a ballet because I've never seen a ballet, and it's such a different way to portray like a story. And I'm doing dance GCSE and we're getting taken to see a ballet. I'm so excited. It's called Infra, I think. We're going to see that. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Is it just me who loves to eat ice? I love eating ice. And then that was done, and I had the last interview. So then I got taken into the audition room, and then everyone was already there, like sat down and had like made their friends, and I just walked in and I was like, I remember the guy was like, have you got your dance stuff? Because I had like a crop t-shirt on with long sleeves and like trousers, like really nice trousers, but I had because it was really cold anyway, so I had a leotard on, leggings underneath, and this long sleeve top that I could dance in. Then I just had trousers on over the top to like make me look all presentable for the interview. And then I was like, yeah, I have it on underneath, so I just like whipped it off and was like ready to dance. Then we all had to dance, and then they taught us the dance. Well, first we did the like technical bits, but that wasn't bad, like you don't have to worry about that. Then we got taught this dance. It wasn't that long, and then we got split into smaller groups to perform it. And then my whole audition group got split into two. Hundreds auditioned, by the way. This was just my group, like hundreds and hundreds auditioned. If you get an audition, if you're watching this and you've applied and then you get an audition, it is amazing to get an audition. It's so hard to just get an audition. Like, and everyone at Brit's so lovely. Like, when we would go there for the audition, they'd be like, oh hi, well done for getting an audition, it's so great and everything. Everyone there is just like so nice. So then my group got split into two, and half of us went to sing and half of us did our monologue. So then my group sung first, so we went out, so we went into the room, did like a warm-up. And the thing is, I need to learn how to like not do, like make this not happen to me, because when I get really nervous, I like shake. Anyway, I was like shaking, and especially when I'm about to sing, it doesn't matter how much water I drink, my throat goes so dry and I just can't, it goes so dry. And the song I was singing was a soprano song and my throat was dry and I was so scared. And then we had to go out of the room and go in one by one. We didn't have to sing in front of everyone, you just sung by yourself in front of all the people. I remember so the person before you would go in, and then when they went in, you had to like come and wait outside, so you're ready to just go in. And I remember the girl before me, the friends I made in my audition, it's great. Like, they're like Ruby, Guillaume, and other people. I think Kira was like kind of with us as well, but like loads of people in my audition got in. Just happened to be like that, but all of the friends I made, we all got in, and it was great. And Ruby was before me, and I was listening to her, and I was like, oh no. And then I went in and Guillaume was after me, so I went in, they're like, hello, what are you singing? And I was like, Far From the Home I Love, and like I was so nervous. And then I sung it and I think it went so bad. It didn't go well at all. Like, people were like, oh yeah, but of course it went well, like you got in. But like, I just know it didn't really go well because my throat was dry, and because I was so nervous, I was breathing at the wrong time, because there's a part where it goes, who could see that a man would come who would change the shape of my dreams? And like, obviously you need to take a big breath before that, so you can just do that whole bit. But I was just like, I was trying to think about everything, so I was just like, the part before that section, I didn't take a breath, so I sung a bit, and then I was like, who could see that a man could come who would change the shape of my dreams? And it just went, I remember I was like, oh no, and then I finished. But the thing is, they're just like, okay, thank you very much, next please. It's like, they don't show anything, so it's like, I went out and I was like, oh no. And then I was just like sat, and everyone else was like practicing their song, and I was just sat there and I was so like upset about it. And then Guillaume finished his, and he came out and he was like, oh my gosh, I could hear you when I was waiting and you're such a good singer. And I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. And then he was like, also, they took so long before I could go in, so they were obviously talking about you a lot. And I was like, oh okay, like this must be better. And also the thing is, okay, if you went in and you were perfect at everything, you probably wouldn't get in, because I feel like what they look for is at least one thing they can really help you with. Because if you're perfect, I mean, why are you going there? So, I mean, it's fine if something doesn't go your way, or if something's not that great, but yeah. So then everyone finished that bit, and then everyone in the other room had finished their monologue, so we all like switched, and then we went in to do our monologues, and we all had to do them in front of everyone, but that was fine because it was really nice. And then I remember going up to do mine, and like sixth formers were watching as well. And the teachers were so lovely, and it was like, we do this now in classes. It's like when someone performs, you're not allowed to clap, you have to like clap in your hearts. That's like a thing. I did mine, and I think it went really well, and everyone else's was really good. And like I said, there were those people that wrote them themselves, and like the boy that did it, he was like, yeah, I wrote this myself, like I just hope it's good or something. And it was so good, it was really funny. And then this other girl was like, I wrote this myself and it got published, and it was like, it was intense. I was like, oh. So then did that, and then so that was March. Then some people, like, I finished it, and it was like, I mean, with these things you just have to forget about it. You can't be like each week just like thinking like, oh my god, when's the letter gonna come, when's the letter gonna come. But I think apparently first like no's got told, because like from what I've heard through my friends, like their friends like didn't get in or something. I think the no's went out first. Or like, I didn't know that. I kind of forgot about it, and it wasn't even that long after for me. It was like the next month, so it was in April, and it was like, I think it was on Easter. I think it was on Easter when I was actually in the theatre helping with the junior shows at my dance school, and my mum was messaging me, and she was like, can I FaceTime you? Can I FaceTime you? Can I call you? And I was like, yeah, okay. So then I went into like a little corner, and she FaceTimed me, and it was so loud, and I was like, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. And my dad was like in the background filming with his iPad. And she was like, but can you see me? Can you see me? Because like, she's not going to tell me if I haven't got in, is she? So I was like, yeah, but I can't hear you. And like, the thing is, obviously it's amazing to get in here, but I was always like, I don't think I'm gonna like cry if I get in or anything, because, you know, like I just don't think I will. And then she put the letter up, like all I could see was the Brit school logo, and she put that up, and I just like burst into tears, and I was like, oh my god, why are you showing me now? Don't show me this now. And then like, I think my dad has a video of it somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna try get the video, and I'm gonna put it in. I don't know why I'm so excited.
Can you see me?
Yes. You can't show me now.
Oh, I know. I had to. We couldn't wait. You got in. You got in.
Congratulations.
And I was like, oh my god, I need to go now. And then I like sorted out myself, and I went to my friend, and I was like, does it look like I've been crying? He was like, yeah, kind of, why? And I was like, okay, you're gonna be the first one that knows this. I got into the Brit school, and he was like, oh wow. And then I went down to tell the head of my dance school, and because like I didn't want to like disturb her or anything. It was like a really busy day, and I went down and I sat next to her on like the sofa in the green room, and she's called Lindsay. I was like, Lindsay? And then she was like, yeah. And then I just looked at her because I didn't know how to say it, and she put her hand on my leg, and she went, did you get in? And I went, yeah. And she was like, oh my god. And it was like amazing, because I just remember it, and it was so exciting. You'll hear if you got in or not like about 4 weeks after, maybe a little less, so about a month after. We had some induction days that were at the end of the school year. So at the end of year 9 for me, we had induction days at Brit, and they were basically just full of tests and stuff to see sets, and we had lucid testing, which is like dyslexia testing and stuff, and then we had like strand testers and stuff. And then when the actual school year started, we had induction days before the rest of the school started, so it was like basically my last video. But if you've not heard that you've got in, even until you're literally going back to school, don't lose hope, because so the induction days were the Thursday and the Friday. On the Thursday, a girl in my strand called Maya got a phone call saying, you have an induction day tomorrow, you've got in. because she was the first on the reserve list, and she literally got in when we were going back to school. So, and she was like, oh my god, and it was crazy. So we never worked out who dropped out, but if it's you, hi. Yeah, so she literally got in on the day we were going back to school, so it's never too late to get in. But yeah, so I think post 16 applications have opened now, I think, or they might be opening soon, and then Key Stage 4 applications are opening pretty soon. But I just say get your application in ASAP, then just, you know, when you're writing your application, be honest and don't try to sound like something you're not because you're trying to sound really good or something. Just, you know, be honest and write what you want to write. So if you're applying for post 16 or Key Stage 4, then good luck. I hope you get in and I hope it's all fun. In the comments, ask me questions about it. Someone asked me a question in my last video, but I haven't answered it, mainly because I might do like a whole video on it. So if you ask, like, just ask any questions about Brit, like about the school, and I'll answer them for you. So yeah, good luck if you're applying or auditioning, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.
For me, break it down.